Edgar Cayce and the Unfulfilled Destiny of Thomas Jefferson Reborn. Written by Joanne Dimaggio. Narrated by Rebecca Kaser. Preface. Life is full of ironies, those unexpected twists and turns that are part of your soul's journey. This book is the result of one such journey, a long and winding road for two souls fated to be united to fulfill a pre-life agreement. I am, by nature, a truth seeker, a scribe whose mission is to uncover and shed light on the people, places, and events that are otherwise silenced. I sense over the years I have perfected my role as a reporter for the universe, acquiring specialized gifts to enable me to the work for which I am entrusted. One of those gifts is soul recognition. The veil between lives has never existed for me. I don't experience life as something segmented into past, present, and future. Edgar Cayce, the most renowned and researched psychic of the 20th century, who founded the Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach, said life is continuous, and I operate under that premise. So it is that when I encounter a soul that I recognize, my first instinct is to find a way to assist him or her on its present life journey. More often than not, it means being a witness to the truth of who they are, recording that truth, and sharing it with others. If I can resolve some of my own karma along the way, all the better. I first heard of number 1208, the number assigned to Thomas Jefferson, T.J. Davis, in the Cayce readings, in 1987. I was fascinated by what I read about him, and as any intuitive reporter looking for a good story, I felt compelled to interview him for a possible feature article. I knew very little about him at this early juncture, but what little I knew, that when he was 2 days old, Edgar Cayce gave him a life reading, and in it said he was the reincarnation of Alexander the Great and Thomas Jefferson, was enough to pique my curiosity about how his life had turned out. What was it like to have had such an auspicious life reading as a baby? It had to have impacted him in a major way, and I wondered whether that information made his life easier, or whether the burden of such knowledge made it a living hell. I did what I could to reach him, but despite my repeated efforts, it took 9 years before our paths would cross. The details of all that transpired during those 9 years are not pertinent for this book. Suffice to say, the odds were stacked against us. There were numerous people who were in a position of connecting us, but instead did everything in their power to prevent our meeting during those pivotal years. Whenever I would broach the subject, I received one stern warning after the other to stay away from him. These red flags.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?